The first look at One Piece live action season 2 was dropped the other day, and it might look better than we expected. But you're gonna have to decide that on your own after we break down this trailer. So immediately we start off with a bunch of quick shots. Right here you can see the Going Merry, and that looks to be the red line, which right now you get the clouds covering it. It doesn't look very tall right here, but I'm sure it's much taller above the clouds than it actually is. And this is by Reverse Mountain. So Marie Joie is gonna be up there somewhere, but not at where the Straw Hats are at. And then, let me turn on the music here. And then we get a shot of Logtown here. So this is Logtown. There's not much to break down other than it says Logtown Opera. Not really any characters that we would recognize are here. Unless one of these happens to be Tashigi, but it does not look like it. And then actually over here, though, it says Victory Day. So apparently, oh yeah, right here. 32nd anniversary of Roger's execution. So they got these banners put up of, apparently, when Luffy arrives to Lockdown, it'll be the 32nd anniversary of when Roger was executed there, 32 years prior. And right here is actually a little image of Roger. If you zoom in heavily, that's Roger. But, I mean, even with all the upscale, AI upscale, you're not going to be able to tell really too much of it other than just the outline there. But there's Roger in Logtown. This looks to be Little Garden. And the one thing I have about this is like Little Garden, if you remember, there's like dinosaurs on the island. It's a very much like a dense jungle. And this is not a jungle whatsoever. So maybe this is just part of the island that there is no jungle in. But this looks like Little Garden. Because you got to remember, Season 2 is going to be Little Garden, Logtown, Reverse Mountain, and Whiskey Peak, along with Drum Island. That's where it ends, which they're fitting a lot into those 8 episodes. This looks to be Little Garden too, and this is definitely more of a jungle area. So maybe they had to film different parts of Little Garden in different locations. I wonder if that is going to look weird. Oh yeah, look at Zoro here. They got Zoro in a bucket hat. I don't remember him ever wearing a bucket hat. You can hardly tell this is even Zoro. Like, the green hair is just covered. I don't know if I like the bucket hat look.
Everything.
This is Whiskey Peak, and I'm going to be honest, Whiskey Peak looks great. At least the outside of it. This part looks amazing. The next shot here. And this shot, not my favorite. I feel like you can tell this looks fake. You can tell this is a set. But, I don't know. I mean, here's apparently all the bounty hunters from Baroque Works that we're going to see Zoro take on 1v100 when he beats everybody and he's like jumping across the building. So that's cool. One thing to point out here, you see that? That looks like Igorom's hair there. And he'll have a part in this season for sure. All right. And then what do we got next? So this is interesting because this looks like another moment with Buggy that is like not canon to One Piece. Because they don't meet Buggy again until at Alabasta, and that's not going to be in the season. This is Logtown. I mean, yo, that does not look like a real person there. I'm not gonna lie.
Everywhere I go. It's for the One Piece.
I don't know, but that's Logtown, and maybe Buggy set up there. Maybe that's what that is, because that looks like that's what's behind him. Because this was Roger's execution platform. Nami and Usopp.
What is that?
Oh. Baragi. We get the first look at Baragi. To be honest here, he does not look very big. He does not. He's a giant, but he does not look as big as the manga makes him. Maybe it's just the camera angle. But Baragi, he looks good. I mean, yeah, I mean, compared to Nami, the camera angle doesn't do him justice, I don't think. Hopefully he's way bigger. So, we see Baragi. This is the most interesting part to me, is that Robin makes an appearance in here. But Robin should have a very minimal part in Season 2. Because she shows up at the end of Whiskey Peak to like give the Straw Hats a warning, right? On her turtle that we never see again. But this is not Whiskey Peak. This is not Whiskey Peak. So there's got to be like another non-canon way to tie Robin into the story. Because look at this. That's Sengoku. That's Kong. Robin is infiltrating some sort of military base, probably to try and find information around the poneglyphs, if I had to guess. And you can see like her devil fruit power here, not the hands, but the petals, her flower petals. But this is a military base for sure. So Robin's doing some sort of research, and this is going to be like some sort of off thing here. Like we switch from the Straw Hats to Robin to the military, back to the Straw Hats or something. Because this is not something Robin does in the actual thing. But she looks great. I mean, the cowboy hat, Miss All Sunday, she's looking good. There's Zoro. Where would that would be Brokeworks. What is that? Oh, Smoker. Smoker's got a little bicycle. Smoker looks great. I'm glad they brought the cigar in. The white hair looks good. Hopefully we get to see some good CGI on the Logia. I know that would be tough to do sometimes, but all right, this is a jungle, so this is Luffy at least jumping through Little Garden. So maybe that one at the start isn't Little Garden, but I'm not sure where else it would be. Luffy, Sanji. This looks like Mr. Three's house because you got the white wax, of course. Sanji doesn't do much in this season aside from this right here when he talks to Crocodile on the phone. So this is Sanji's big moment of the season. What was this? This was Nami, probably at either Logtown or Whiskey Peak, if I had to guess. Just based on the background there. Usopp. This has got to be Whiskey Peak, right? Here's our first look at Vivi. There's a lot of drama around Vivi because of, I guess, the actress. But if you do your research, it makes perfect sense why this is the actress. Or I guess technically this is Miss Wednesday, and this looks to be inside of Laboon because you have the Going Merry here, and then you have whatever this darkness is. So this has got to be inside of Laboon. Season 2. Zoro fighting the bounty hunters. Looks like Sanji's gonna get in on the action. Maybe this is at Whiskey Peak. Because wait, no, it's not. Because this is Alvida. So unless Alvida happens to be there. Oh, I'm tripping. This is Logtown. Okay, they do actually kind of fight Buggy in Logtown. So, or maybe not Buggy, but Alvida and the other goons. So this is all at Logtown. We got the Straw Hats fighting, and this is Alvida versus Nami. Okay. I was confused myself there. I'm not gonna lie, that looks pretty good. Luffy, Gum Gum Gatling. I feel like the stretchiness, like the first Gum Gum pistol people saw last season, people were making fun of the stretchiness, but I think this one looks a lot better. I don't know, it doesn't look horrible, at least. The CGI is always going to be a bit meh with One Piece, I feel. Laboon. Wow. Okay, this is a nice shot. To me, Laboon looks too small, though. Like, that mouth does not look like Going Merry's even going to fit. Because Laboon is way bigger than that, I feel. But, hey, that looks cool, though. I'm excited to see Crocus. I'm excited to see Laboon. All right, One Piece Season 2. Coming 2026. And that was it. The biggest takeaways here, I think, is going to be Robin. Like, Robin having a part in the season is interesting. And then also, there's no Drum Kingdom. Drum Kingdom, I think we're supposed to get through Drum Kingdom in this season. And there's no mention of that. So, I don't know. Because we saw the whole thing with Chopper. So, it's weird that they didn't include it in the first look. But it is towards the end of the season. So, maybe they're just saving it. But, yeah, Smoker. Hopefully they make Dragon make an appearance as well. That would be cool to see. And it looks like a lot of the stuff's gonna be brought in here. I don't think we're missing much, even just from this. It looks like most stuff will be brought back. I mean, they're cutting a few things out because right here, they don't go straight into Laboon's mouth. Luffy like attacks Laboon. He like punches him in the eye or something, or stabs him with the top of the berry or something like that. And then Laboon swallows them. This looks like they just end up down Reverse Mountain straight into Laboon's mouth. And then they'll probably meet Crocus from there. So Reverse Mountain might be like 20 minutes. It might be really, really short, adapted into the live action. But yeah, dude, this does not look like a real person. Maybe it's the blur effect they put on it. All right, there's the One Piece Season 2 live action first look. A lot to break down and a lot of cool little Easter eggs just hidden inside this minute-and-a-half trailer. I'm excited to see the real trailer, and I'm excited to see 2026 this drop, and hopefully they get these seasons pumped out quicker than 3 years, because it's crazy. Well, first season was 3 years ago. By the time this next season comes out, it'll be 3 years. Right now it's like 2.5 or 2 years or something. But yeah, let me know if you guys want to see more live action videos.